there seem to be a myriad of issues that the country ought to be focusing on, rather than whether Uhuru Kenyatta opened his mouth about a particular faction out of a particular party or anything like that. Should our focus really be on whether Uhuru Kenyatta sent 1 million shillings somewhere for a political rally, or if the economy of the country is tanking, or if what is going to happen, for example, if the IEBC is not able to pay Smartmatic 500 million shillings? Do you see what I'm saying? Why are we focusing on something for which the opinions of Kenyans really, for them, does not matter right now? Should that energy not be placed somewhere else?
Let me refer to the motion by Chirarge.
Yep.
What is that motion intended to achieve? If you are a student of political science, you would argue that that motion
is diversionary.
Is not only diversionary, but also intended to provoke.
Absolutely.
The government of the day has not commented on it. They have not given it thought. They have not said anything to support that motion. In any case, though, for such a motion to be tabled, the initiation of that motion must start from the National Assembly, not in the Senate. So you can already see that, and that motion must be supported by not less than 2/3 of the members of the National Assembly. Have you seen it in the National Assembly? No. However, Chirarge, as a politician and a legislator, he is free to do whatever he's doing. And that's why my argument, and somebody who supports this government, I have maintained that that motion violates the provision of Article 38. In fact, it violates the provision of Article 151(3) that says that those benefits shall not be varied to the disadvantage of the former president. That's the law. So if they are varied in a manner that disadvantages him, then it is not right. Because those are basic human rights. It is a Bill of Rights. Now, why is this happening? You have asked, are there not other important things that we can do? For sure, there are many important things. We have got issues of housing, issues of SHA, issues of corruption, issues of youth unemployment, very many, that legislators should put more of their time to ensure that they address those issues of concern to the people. However, politicians have a way of stirring emotions. They have a way of engaging people in parliament and outside parliament. In my view, this motion is null and void ab initio. It doesn't even exist because no one is going to give it a thought. However, President Kenyatta, former president, there are certain things he has done that, in my view, makes him look, partisan in politics.
Like what?
Like, for example, he has made it clear as a former president that for him, he will support a different candidate. It is right, and that is constitutional. But in the lens of politics, you expect a president that, being in that office previously, understands the challenges of the country and would easily be consultative and offer advice to the current regime, whether he supports them or not, because as a patriotic Kenyan guided by the national values and principle of governance, he is bound by that. Number 3, former President Kenyatta has made it clear that the young people must fight for their country. It has been perceived to be inciting by certain politicians.
Perception is not always.
I am just
reality.
saying what has happened. I'm submitting that it has been perceived to be insightful. Number 4, the former president has been seen with President Ruto several times. He has been seen, he has been spotted inside State House, walking around.
Yes.
I want to believe that was consultative. I want to believe that was advisory. So, my argument will remain that no one, absolutely no one, can deny President Kenyatta those rights. However, we must call him out like any other politician when he do certain things that, in our view, as the political class, in our view, as Kenyans, does not go well with what we believe in.
Okay.
I give you an example. I believe, I strongly believe that the president must be presidential whether you retire or remain in office. And therefore, to preserve the dignity and neutrality of a president, there are certain things you must not say. And even if you say them, you must say them in context. If I was President Kenyatta or former president, I would say some of these things in my Jubilee meeting, in my Jubilee boardroom. When I get out there, I will play politics of unity, politics of advancing development, not politics of confrontation. Because as a former president, when you play politics of confrontation and you are seen to be not neutral in terms of developmental thought, then people will start perceiving you or alleging that you are funding factions of political formations to the disadvantage of the current president.
Okay.